frustration, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine.
It is a building that first hosted football way back in 1966 as EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Oakland Raiders. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go. 18, Gator. No. Get that one. Leo. Get ready.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And an alley to run. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way home for a Bronco score. Phillip Lindsay, 77 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard
line. Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their own 24. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Tackle by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
At the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Coming to you, coming to you.
From the gun, it's Carr. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10.
Tight end right, tight end right. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
At the 48-yard line.
Down. 180. 56. Check, 56. Drop deep. Kill. Alert flare.
Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Check. 29.
On second down, Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time John? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 42.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
Ready.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 42-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, team 6. Get up. Go. Man up, D. Hey, no, look at that. Hey, we got Mike 50. Yep. Hey, come on, now. Hey, Mike 50.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Set. 90, Wolf. You're out. Check pass. Check 50. Let's go.
And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Check 4. Alert 3. Kill. Check.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
60 or. 59. Look, squeeze. Rock it. Press him. Hey, lock it. Check nickel. Step.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos push further out in front.
That score was not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination. But the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 14-0. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll bend.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Credit the sack to Von Miller.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. And the Raiders pick it up. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Hey. You're mine. 45 to Mike. Coming, baby.
Carr going to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. Here's Jacobs. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. One more time with Jacobs, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Carr. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he is all the way up past the 25.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
This is Gordon. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Flush to his right. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On 2nd down now, Richard, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Carr. They shakes him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Raider 1.
Operating from the gun. Carr. Wide open receiver complete. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
To throw his Carr. He rifles one that's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this 1st half. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now the handoff comes to Gordon, and the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Let's go, let's go.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down.
Watch the pass. Hey, Charlie. 53's the mark.
A final shot before half for Locke. Eluding the pressure right. Airing it out for Hamilton. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. The man who won a Super Bowl MVP award across the bay in Santa Clara, Von Miller. His 2nd sack of the night. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Oakland. And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. Jones on the return. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 30-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
Safety's creeping.
Gordon. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And McManus able to put it through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off.
56, Mike, 56. One, later one. Baby, that's a baby shot.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now Carr into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time, and that's another great play to come away with the football.
Ready? 53, Mike. Hard. Watch the fly. Watch the fly. Switch.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Go.
A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, Carr over the middle, complete. That's Lamb. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
On 3rd down, Richard. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Here we go on 4th down with Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in the East Bay. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Throwing on first down is Carr. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Hey, 734.
Now a carry for Jacobs. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Carr now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Kill. 45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. I got him. Check safety. Hey, Zoo.
The Raiders do snap it. It's Carr. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Block now to throw. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now Carr drops this off to Richard. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And now a big play to start off this drive as the shot downfield is complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Broncos push further out in front. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Broncos 31, Raiders 3. Sam Martin set to kick off.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And an alley to run. He's got daylight. 30, 10, and he brings this one all the way back. So definitely good for the individual stats. Maybe not for our storyline, but he's in for the late score.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields it in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
Well, he fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it. And you're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone. And that's exactly why he did.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Now this will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
You better be afraid of me.
Here's Carr to throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Carr steps away. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
Wide, get wide. Check, check. Lucky. It's first.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Second down and goal. Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Jalen Richard there to make the grab. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Broncos, it'll be a happy trip home as they start the season with a road victory here on a Monday night. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for Oakland, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.